What's up, guys? Ade here with my boy Klein. What you do today, Klein?
I got top 4 at the post-boat, tournament.
Hell yeah, what you play?
I played Trap Eldlich.
Well, let's see it.
Sort of 3 border in the main. I think this card's just crazy. Against like the Lyrilless Tri-Brigade decks, against the Sword Hold decks. Against Fundraise decks, they really can't beat it, so it's a really good normal summon. This often gets swapped out for a card on my side that I'll show. One Ecclesia, because you only need one. Nadir Servant loops this card, so... No,
You don't want to draw it?
no, and then 2 Lord. When the new alt art comes out, I'll have that.
That it for the monsters?
That's it.
Crazy. No
It's a
hand
trap
traps?
deck. No, never. Hand traps are for cowards. 3 extra, 2 duality. This should be... what's the new pot card?
There's a new pot card?
The one that says Banish 6, Reveal 6.
Oh, Prosperity?
Yeah, this should be Prosperity. In games 2 and 3...
I don't have Prosperity, I just have Alti Duality.
I have Prosperity, I just forgot them. So the theory behind Prosperity instead of Duality is games 2 and 3, people are assigning their bomb cards, so you want to just dig for your bomb cards to stop their bomb cards.
I see, it lets you see 3 additional cards.
Right, your trap cards already beat everybody else's engine, but when you have like Lightning Storm and stuff come in, you want the Judgments and you want the Strikes, the cards that really beat those. So
Yeah,
this
that
should be
makes
the
sense.
duality to help you see those. And it really doesn't. It might conflict, but seeing 6 is crazy. 1 called by for the last spell in the deck.
That card's basically a trap, too.
It's a trap card. The card should be banned. 3 Sanguine, 3 Conch, 2 Wakero. This card isn't very good, but you still need to play it for Eldlich cards. This is the best one, and then this card's crazy.
And you don't play the spells, right?
No,
You didn't
spell
play
sucks.
Cursed Eldland, you didn't play
No,
the Elixir one?
Eldland sucks. It doesn't do anything. It just searches you one of these. But I'd rather have 5 traps than
Yeah, like
search a
real trap cards over
Yeah.
a card that searches one and takes a space.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. That card sucks. This is the best trap in the format. 3 Torrential, 3 Punishment. This card's also crazy. And
You ever like brick on multiple punishment because you can only use one?
Sometimes, a lot of times, I'll side one out. Like, my list isn't optimal whatsoever. This will probably get cut to 2. And there's a card that's coming up that I'm going to cut. But, sometimes, but it's nice. So, like, if you have doubles in this and you have Lord in your hand, you can send it off Lord. And then
Oh yeah, there's always that
it's
utility.
a free card, yeah. 3 IDP. This should be 2 also. This card's really good.
Is that card also once per turn?
Yeah.
Is that why you go to 2?
Yeah, you probably cut these to 2 because they're hard once per turn. You want to see multiple, uppercut multiple. This card is good against every deck in the format, especially like this deck started to become popular, so it's good in the mirror. It's good against Fundraise. It's good against Tri-Brigade. It's good against Sword Soul. It's good against Dragon.
And it's always a Dragoon out at worst too.
Right, and the only deck it's not good against is Drytron, but I think the Drytron deck is going to start falling out of love because of Sword Soul. Sword Soul has such an easy Drytron matchup.
Is it because of the hand traps?
Well, because so they summon Chalfang. Chalfang says you can't activate light cards, so all the Drytrons are dead. And then a lot of the Sword Soul players are playing the Arch Nemesis Protos.
What's that?
It's a big Arch Nemesis card. I forget how you summon it, but you target an attribute on the field, and you destroy it, and then your opponent can't activate card effects with the attribute.
Oh,
so
shit.
It's a light, so you target itself, but it can't be destroyed by card effects. So then they can't use lights for the rest of their turn.
That's kind of insane.
It's a really good floodgate, and they can search it because it's a worm. So I think the Drytron deck really starts to fall out of favor because it won't be good.
So it's fine to play cards that suck against that.
Right. And then you have cards on the side for them anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then 3 Dynamis because I hate this card. This card's probably going to be cut for trap tricks or something else.
Why don't you like it? Just the neg one?
Well, you never really have cards in your hand except it's like Golden Lords or like multiple traps.
Yeah.
And not being a neg one, but it was really only good against like the Eldlich Mirror and maybe against Dragon, but I sided out every game. It wasn't very good.
That's the main, right?
I got more.
Oh no, there is more.
You got the Solemn Brigade.
Ooh, the Judgment's in the main.
Yeah, I don't know the reason why you wouldn't main deck this card. This card is crazy.
I feel like people were arguing at locals about that a couple weeks ago, that the card wasn't good going second, but I feel like that's not the case in a trap deck.
I can set Judgment Torrential or Judgment Strike, and that usually just it breaks boards. I don't know the logic why you wouldn't play these two together.
You're going first cards become going second cards.
People say like trap decks can't go second, but I just set 5 cards and I pass, and it's the same thing like I went first. Like your cards don't interact with mine. And then the last 2 cards, Skill Journey. As long as they're legal, you play them in a trap deck. They win games by themselves. 40 cards in the main.
That felt so big, honestly.
It did because it's double sleeved. Side deck, this is where it gets good. The new card, it's Lord of the Heavenly Prison.
Is this what you side the borders out for?
Yeah, so you side the borders out for this card. So you set 4 and then you reveal this card. And it says your traps cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. When you activate a trap, you can summon it and then set any spell or trap in your deck.
Can you use it that turn?
No, you can't use it that turn.
But it's still a free search.
It doesn't matter when you're like setting Skill Drain or Imperial Order.
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah.
A Pot of Extravagance or a Nadir Servant. Like, it doesn't matter. So in this deck, in end phase, if you don't act like if your opponent really doesn't do anything with your other trap, stop him. You activate a Conch, and then you can summon this, and this can set like a Sanguine or whatever. And then on your turn, you can Sanguine summon this, and this is 55. And then the other trap is whatever damage. It's enough, and then you can overlay for Gustav for game.
So it's like an OTK too?
Yeah, it's really, really good. This card is, I think it's like meta work, and I think it makes trap decks really insane.
I remember Yassine posted a video talking about that card. That was the first time I seen it, and when I read it, I agreed. That card seems like insane for the game.
I'm usually a combo player, but like when I read this card, I was like, this card, it's
This
just
makes it
so
worth playing purple.
good, yeah. 3 Lava Golem. It's just not much to say about this card. It cracks boards so you can set all your traps. It burns for 1,000, which ironically comes up at times.
I was surprised when I saw you like playing and it was on the field, but now that I see you literally play one normal summon in the main and side, like it makes a lot more sense.
You just tribute off 2, and like so some people it's fear mode, but there's a lot of times where there's not 3 monsters on the board and there's only like 1 or 2.
That card's also a semi-problem, right? Like it can't be targeted for attacks, and I think it can't be targeted or something.
Right, so it's just annoying to deal with. To where this, it just burns through 1,000, and it's just there. We side the Nadir Servant package.
Really?
This is where it also
What?
gets really, really crazy. Yeah, so this card doesn't give you much value when you go first, but going second, it literally does everything. So if it doesn't eat in the gate, it's gonna start picking the boards up off. So you activate this, you send Natis pop a card, and then Maximus summon. And then Maximus dumps really cool cards that I'm gonna show you. But it just helps really pick apart boards, and then you just set 5, and it's.
Why is it not good in the main? Or like,
Because it doesn't really do anything going first. The only reason we side this is just to pick apart boards. It's Nadir's is just a going second card.
it's kind of neat. I don't think I've ever seen those cards in the side before.
It's crazy to think about, but they break boards on their own, and then you set your traps in the game. You have too much momentum when the game's over. 3 Heavy Storm Duster for any back row deck, any mirror deck.
That'll be better too if you do put Trap Trick in.
Right.
'Cause then you play 6 when you want it.
Trap Trick's gonna be in here somewhere. I don't know where. And then I had 1 slot left, and I didn't know what it was. Oh, I had 2 slots left. So Duster was my 14th again for back row decks, and then I had 1 slot left, and it was just a nib.
One.
I didn't know what else to put in. I couldn't think of anything else. I built my deck last minute, so I'm like, okay.
Did it ever come up?
Yeah, I never summoned it, but it was there. In theory, it was there. Extra deck. My extra deck actually matters.
It's weird to hear a Trap deck say.
Yeah, right. So 3 Natis for the Maximus play. So you send one off Nadir, and then you Maximus another one. You just picked up part 2 cards.
So you win against back row decks.
Right, or any of the other like fair decks who don't put up like a crazy board like the Drytron board does. 1 Link Spider.
Not just for the traps.
It's just for the traps. This is another card you send off Maximus.
What does it do?
So in the grave, it has a Balance effect for your traps.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't
That's kinda
activate. So
cracked.
if one of your trap or traps were to be destroyed by card effects, you just banish it and it
That's
protects them.
insane. What
Yep,
the hell?
It doesn't activate, it's just a replacement effect. It's really, really good. So you send these 2 off Maximus.
Is that new? Is that a Bode card or
It
has that been out?
Lightning Overdrive.
Shit.
Yeah, card's really good. Lina because it's a light and it comes up against like the Mechaba decks or like in the mirror and stuff like that. Vampire Sucker. It card ironically, so if you like summon this and it sticks, when you Lord summon it back next turn, you draw a card.
Sucker. I barely know her.
It's really random. Another target for punishment. If like Lord gets stuck in your hand, you can punishment pop a card and then shuffle your Lord away and it's a free draw. It's really good.
That's kind of sick too. Just get to fix the hand.
Yeah. Oh, there's 2 Lina in there. Celine. Access code. I don't know why I play these. I've never made them.
Oh, do you have spellcasters to even summon off this? Oh, that's kind of cool.
No, yeah, it's the Dogma card.
Oh yeah, I was about to say
yeah.
that's a link. You have
Yeah,
someone in
it's
defense.
a Dogma card, yeah. And then this is where it gets really cool. So we played Boral Code and Topologic Bomber Dragon. So
Is this new?
This card is new.
What does it do? I
So
haven't seen this
you
yet.
send this card off Maximus, and what it says is, you can banish this card while it's in your graveyard, and then banish, non-targeting banish a dark monster interfere with 3,000 attack or more, and special summon a Topologic Bomber. So like against your goon, and like DPE, well I guess not DPE, it's not 3K. So against your goon, you send this off Maximus, and then you banish it to banish the Dragoon, and then you can summon this.
That's kind of crazy too. That's a lot of value.
And then you can trigger this off your Eldlich traps.
And it's just like Regeki, right?
Yeah, it's just Regeki.
Which also puts your trap in grave so that it can recycle itself.
Right, and then last two. I don't own the Libe card, so
I was about to ask, would you play that to put over
yeah, I
it?
would cut one of the liners for Libe if I didn't have one. The only thing I lost to was to Flunderies, because that deck has a really good matchup against back row, and then I misplayed really bad.
Aw, what'd you do?
So I had the giant rock revealed with 3 traps set, and I striked his normal summon. And my other traps weren't live but the Wakero. And for some reason I activated this instead of Sanguine, and I was under Shifter and he had Duster.
Oh,
the Duster was
damn.
protecting me from this, and I should have just waited till end phase and then.
Damn, yeah.
So I shotgunned this a little too soon.
That sucks.
But I'll never do that again, so you live
Yeah.
and learn. You learn from your misplays.
Amen, amen. Anything else you want to say about the list?
No, I think my list, it's not optimal, it's good. So
That's a good starting point.
I gotta play it in a case tournament Saturday, so we'll bring you back the details on how I'll do there from the change list. So
Hell yeah, thank you for the list.
thank you.